welcome back to my channel. This is Brittany or Orange Ninja Bunny. I'm just going to apologize for background noise real quick. And we're just going to jump right into it. We're coming back with a speed build. I decided to do it as a speed build just because it's so difficult to like record like as I'm doing it, just because like the computer just doesn't like it. So I figured for any build I do, it's just going to be a speed build and I'll just talk over it. So this one is a challenge. I don't know if you saw the quick generator at the beginning. I'm using James Turner's generator. I made sure that like all the packs I don't have are not in there, which is like a few my brain died. A few stuff packs and the Star Wars pack, because I think that one is no. But we're not getting into my opinions about Star Wars packs, okay? So my first one, I just decided that the entranceway and the porch are going to be the same pack, and it is obviously Spa Day, since we're super into it and I've already talked a lot. So I kind of went for a theme of like wooden tones, blues and greens, and like blue and green are like the accent colors, and then brown and then black and white are like the other color scheme things. I'm very bad at speaking sometimes. I don't and you saw right there that I actually put a wall through that window. I noticed it later. I'll fix it later, so don't be worried. So my brain died again. So I decided to do the doors as like base game if I don't have a door, and if there was no like wallpaper or whatever, it would be base game. I don't think I ever had the opportunity to just use base game lights. I think every single pack I got had lights, and yeah. And here I am just kind of like getting the layout of the house, because I'm not sure I really want to do it by room, which is what I planned on first, but and then I also switch up the rooms a little bit just so that we could actually have doors into other rooms. So what you see here might not actually be how it entirely looks by the end of it, but for the most part it'll be the same items. I tried to use as many items in as possible, and I totally just talked over Bowling Knight's room. Excuse me. Which is just a hallway. Usually I don't include hallways in my builds, but that's just how it went. So this one is obviously Machismo. I think it's called Machismo. Stuff pack. So I figured this is supposed to be the living room. So I figured they were just an artist that has like, you know, an old kind of like old-ish home that they kind of renovated. Like they have this from the 70s. I know this is not exactly a 70s house, so please don't judge me on my not 70s thing. And they're a photographer. Yeah, so this is basically that they got like a little waiting. I'm like pointing at the screen, like you can totally see that. We've got a waiting room kind of in the photography area, and then we've got doors. That's the only door, and it's a double door. I'm so upset. But I wasn't going to use a base game door if there was a door for the pack, so. And I figured like in the waiting room there was stuff. So I'm going through it to make sure that like the house is actually functional, so I'm choosing which one I'm going to use for each room. I know that's not exactly how it works, but I don't want to make a non-functioning house. It's going to look derpy regardless, but I don't want to make it so that, you know, they can't eat or whatever. So this one is obviously Realm of Magic. That's when I figure out the windows out of place, and I was like, you know what, Realm of Magic has stained glass, gonna use that. And I tried to stick to relatively the same wood tones, but like, as everyone knows, we don't have the same wood tones. And I didn't like where these ones placed on the floor, so I tried really hard to not have them exactly where they are normally placed, so I had to like fiddle with them. The rug, I mean. looking back, this is probably it would have been way easier if I just talked with it. Yeah, there's my little thing that says update, but there's not an update, so. um, so I thought this was a pretty good, I guess, kitchen. It's it's a decent kitchen. It's not. It's a little awkward. It's awkward. Um, but it's decent enough to be. And then you'll notice that I totally forget that there's a dining room for a while. Um, don't worry, we'll come back to it. So now we're going on to the next room, and seasons. Oh, I was like super excited. I was like, oh, there's a shower for this one, and then I realized there's a bathtub, and I was like, well, I'll include it. It's fine. So I tried to include, like I said, I tried to include as much as possible. Eventually, yeah, I just moved the stuff around so that it's not as awkward. Like, you're still walking into the sink, but not as much. And then I include the friggin' spider webs. So I include the spider webs, just because I was like, I gotta include some sort of the decorations. And then I tried to do the windows as that particular, like, the window for that particular room. So I know some people want to do, like, all of the outside as, like, the same pack, like windows and doors and stuff. But I was like, nah, we're gonna do windows per room. And it worked out pretty well, I think. I think it works out either way. If you do the outside as all the same thing or just that. Oh, and then I got freaking my first pet stuff. And I only bought that because I was like, I thought I could use the items more, because I use cats and dogs a lot. And I do think that I do have the same qualms as some people about the pack, but how it could have just been included in the regular thing. But I have it. I have to justify. But so this is the purely the cat's room here. And there's supposed to be a patio out into the backyard. But the only door that comes with this pack is a cat / dog door. Oh, and I really like what I did here, where it included the little height chart with the wall decals. I thought that was really, really cute. I never use these, and they're fun to use. I kept getting it through the ceiling though, and I was really upset. So it doesn't align exactly, but it's okay. Just ignore it. Yeah, that's the door I got. I don't know if cats can use it, but whatever, it's fine. We got this. And then I moved that one painting over to the other wall, and it continued the things onto the other wall, which is kind of funny because they don't have a rodent. But like, if you use this house, you can just use one. It's fine. Like, you can just add it. The room was so small, I just couldn't. Then we have Parenthood. And I was like, well, the dining room. I remember the dining room first, and I was like, no, I want to make sure I have a bed. So I decided this person is single sim, and they're one of those people that have chairs in their room. There's like 3 chairs in this room, including the desk chair. So I figured that little wall decoration, that's one of my favorite wall decorations, with like the little cubbies and the chalkboards. It could be like their list of things they need to do. There's the window, and that's the only door we got, and I was like, oh shoot. So I figured the Joy one worked best, because like the other ones don't seem like the kind of like style I was going. Also the things for the shoot, what am I trying to talk about? The clip spots for the dresser are off so much, so I had to like use cheats to make sure it like got to where it's supposed to be. This room is like a black and white / blue theme. Oh, I just noticed that's clipping. I knew the desk was clipping, the chair is clipping in the corner. Whoops. I think this is a really cute room. Oh, what am I doing over here? Oh. I realized that there's supposed to be an ensuite. And I was like, oh shoot, I've already added so much stuff. And I didn't want to change it. So I moved stuff in that other room to see if I could like put it in there, like put it the door off into that room. But yeah, the door is now into the main room, and we got kids room stuff, and it's no longer a bathroom. It's a kids room. So I figured the person is like a family photographer, so here's me trying to make a cool scene and it does not work. So they have a kids room for when the kids aren't being photographed. Photographed. And it's like a cute little room, and they got pictures of the other kids that they've taken pictures of and stuff, and like a trash bin if they have snacks or whatever. So then we go to back room, the back room, the backyard, which is actually ironically backyard stuff. I was like, nice, that works so well. And then I was like, so the humans have to go outside to go into the back. The cat just can go out, which I guess is an outdoor indoor cat, whatever. Which I was excited about this one because it's specifically for backyards. However, there is not a lot of greenery, I noticed, for the actual landscaping. There's also like rugs. There's so many rugs, and I was like, it's an outdoor pack, right? Why are there so many rugs? So I figured they were like very manicured, like, ooh, look how pretty it is, and it's just this big giant. This is where everything went downhill, because now there's a giant. What do I want to call it? A swim pad? It's not a swim pad. What is it called? The thing that you slide down with the water. That's what it's called. Sure. Nailed it. So it just looks kind of derpy, actually, to be entirely honest with you. So that's, like I said, that's where everything went downhill. So now I'm trying to get something for the outside, because I realize I haven't like furnished the out. So this is the front yard. I decided this is the front yard. Romantic garden stuff. Which is also kind of not good. And then we get toddler stuff, and I was like, you know what, I can't use this. And I just move on immediately, and I get famous. And so that's when I start furnishing the outside, and I was like, okay, this can work. And now it's really going downhill here, because it's a stucco house, and I was like, oh shoot, I forgot the dining room, and I just used toddler stuff for that later. So then this is like the only outdoor decoration we get, is like the vents on top of the thing. So I was like, well, I can't have a regular roof now. So now I have this, which is why I think it's gone downhill. And then we have the tape that's supposed to be for the floor as the lattice work, and it's just the big chunky columns, and it was going so well. Honestly, I really thought this was a good one, and it just, no. But anyways, we're coming up to the end. I don't know if I'll have screenshots for this one, but if we do, we come into those. These are just going to be like random ones that I do outside of the Let's Play, like build challenges. I should have mentioned that way earlier in the video, but thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!